Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 124 from June 12th, 2024. I am Nemesis and I'm joined as usual by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Yes, it is now June.
Yay.
Yes, summer is almost here as of this recording. Let's see, I've still been keeping up with some of the stuff. There's a couple news items I want to talk about though. Some stuff I probably should have brought up a while ago because I kind of forgot about it because of the way I found the news.
Oh.
Because it wasn't the way I found the news wasn't talking about anime, but then it turned out anime is involved, which is this is a weird one, which was like apparently it was discovered like a North Korean studio was involved in animating several projects, including things like Invincible and several anime.
Oh.
And that's kind of a no thing. You don't do that because the whole North Korea sanctions and all that.
Yeah,
particularly stuff releasing in the U.S. And it turns out what happened, I think my understanding is what happened was they pretended to be a Chinese company.
Oof.
And so a lot of these studios had no idea they're working with a North Korean company. And the reason this only came out was because someone hacked into a North Korean company's database and found unfinished like animation work for these Western and Japanese shows.
Whoops. So
that's a fun thing. That's been popping up recently. I can't remember which anime was specifically. I want to say like Demon Slayer was one of them, maybe. But I'm not sure. But yeah, Invincible, a big one was like, people like, oh, that's from Invincible. What's that doing there? And it's like, oh, because they worked on it. They weren't supposed to do that. Beyond that, speaking of weird anime stuff, Whisper Me a Love Song. Remember that one? We watched it for the seasonal one a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about, we watched the first episode, so we talked about the animation's pretty great. Yeah, about that. So apparently the production for that anime is an utter clustercluck. Ever since after the first 3 episodes, it's been getting worse. I've been watching it, and yeah, it's been getting worse. Apparently, it was something from what I've read, I think like the entire staff like quit before they even started, and the producer decided to just keep going forward with the date they already had out or something like that. And so like they're just hiring a whole bunch of like third-party studios to come in and animate it. And the problem is a lot of them are doing really fast and there's like no communication. And we got stuff like, finishing episodes literally 2 days before it airs. Type of stuff. Because of that lack of communication as well, you got stuff like, characters with skewed perspective, like when they rotate or whatever, weird, cheap animation, and it's getting more and more frequent. And you can see like, oh, they're just trying to save some money or get this done. So let's just, have very, very simple animation. And like recent one, there was a problem where a microphone just kept appearing and disappearing because 2 different studios working on it had no idea. One had no idea there's supposed to be a microphone there.
Yep.
Because there's no communication. So that's been going on. Apparently, there's a lot of other things on that, and it really sucks because
that one seemed like it was really interesting, really good.
And like the manga is really fun, was really good too. So I was really looking forward to this. And I know recently they actually announced they're taking at least a 2-week break. So this Saturday, which is when we're recording right now, there's not going to be an episode. That's been delayed for 2 weeks until the 22nd at least, because probably trying to get their stuff in order.
Hopefully,
but if you're
damage may already be done.
If you're not finishing episodes till like 2 days before it's supposed to even air, then you're already in trouble. Which is probably why they're taking the 2 weeks to hopefully sort that out.
Like I know it's not the first time I've heard of things doing that.
Remember Zom 100? Remember how the last 3 episodes got delayed for months?
Well, I mean, even outside the world of anime,
yeah,
we've heard of stories that finishing episodes early in the week, finalizing the animation. Except that wasn't from different studios. I think that was just because Flash is just a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's really, and of course, all the studios are crunching and all this stuff. So it's a fun time. Fun with heavy quotation marks around that. That's the unfortunate thing was, I've started to notice like a lot of wow, that looks really bad. Or that, wow, they're like barely they're like not moving at all. No, hey, there's a bit where the character is supposed to lunge across the table and hug their other character. Oh, wow, instead of seeing that, we just kind of pan over to a window. Because why? Got to do it on the cheap. Got to do it fast. So that kind of sucks. 'Cause, yeah,
Yep.
so the first 3 episodes were done correctly and really well done, and then after that, it just falls off a cliff, and that sucks
That does suck.
because that story deserved better.
Yep.
And also on top of other anime news, I just found out about finally, Studio Gainax finally filed for bankruptcy.
Oh.
No, not all actually, because it's actually a good thing because they've been kind of sitting on stuff doing nothing for years.
Yeah, when you're just sitting on all those things and not using them and just kind of letting them.
Because they haven't really actually done anything since 2018, and it's a good thing. And a lot of people are celebrating this because, well, they know because this means
That means the IPs are going to go up for sale.
Well, here's the thing: Studio Kara,
Or
who,
transfer or
the
whatnot.
current owners of Evangelion now, because they're the ones who made it the people who created Evangelion. They're helping facilitate the IP distribution, and they're making sure to try to get it to the people who created these anime for Gainax
Yep.
if they can. So there's a lot of stuff there, and then we might even Trigger, for
How
example.
much is Trigger going to get?
Trigger might actually get Gurren Lagann back.
That would be cool. See another Gurren Lagann.
Who knows what they'll do with it, because it's kind of a contained story, but
It is kind of contained.
But, so there's other stuff like Fooly Cooly, that's a big one. That's
It is.
was Gainax. Evangelion and Panty and Stocking both already went to their respective creators.
Yeah.
For example, so yeah, that thing apparently has finally happened. They finally filed bankruptcy, and the IPs are going to be distributed. It looks like they're going to be someone who's actually cares about making sure that people get the one that they created instead of just some other random corporation.
Yep.
So, yay.
Yay.
It's actually a good thing this company went down.
One of the, well, I wouldn't say rare occasions, but yeah.
Because they're all kind of just shelving themselves anyway. They're barely doing anything except just kind of getting, raking in money to license out the properties they owned.
Yeah. It's almost like a patent troll, except not quite.
So there you go. That's some of the news from this last few weeks that I remembered. Big things.
Big things. Those are some pretty big things.
So anyway, on to what we're actually talking about this episode. Like I said before, it's June, which means it's Pride Month.
Yay!
You know what that means? What? Like, talk about gayer anime? What?
I love the memes.
Yeah. So
Love the memes.
yeah, we started off with Sakura Trick, which is a well-known Yuri anime. Very well known. There's no way to summarize it without just spoiling the whole thing, essentially, because
there's
not a lot there.
Not a lot there.
2 girls who are best friends wind up kissing each other a lot. There you go.
There you go. That's it.
That's the story. It's a weird watch, to say the least. Considering a lot of stuff for me personally, the discourse around it kind of makes it weird to watch for me personally, because it's fine for what it is, but it's really not a lot to it, so just be aware of that.
Yeah.
It's not terrible or anything, but it's really shallow.
I think the best thing I can say to describe that one is the plot is there as a thin excuse just to make them kiss more. That's it. It's just find reasons for them to kiss.
Yeah. So getting into it, Haruka Takayama and Yu Sonoda have been friends for a really long time, and they want to have something special for this, the two of them as best friends, and they settle on kissing. And they want kissing a lot. A lot.
A lot.
Like, literally, from episode 1, they're kissing. So, there's that. And they also have several other friends, including Kotone Noda and Shizuku Minami, who turns out, they're just like them. Kind of. There's a little bit more there. And there's Kaede Ikeno and Izuka. And, they're not a thing, maybe, kind of. That one's a little more complicated, apparently.
I'm going to go with the thing they should be, and they don't realize it yet.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to really talk about this one, because for me, there's a lot of what I was talking about is more not the show itself, but stuff around the show. Because I have seen people unironically call this the best Yuri anime of all time. I'm like, if this is the best of all time, the situation is far more dire than I thought it was.
Yeah, about to say there's way better than this.
And I think, and this is still someone I saw saying that recently. I'm like, have you actually watched any Yuri anime recently, or are you just kind of coasting off what you watched a decade ago?
You want better Yuri? Go watch Madoka.
Because that,
That was a joke. That was a joke.
But anyways, this aired, like I said, this aired in the spring of, or actually, I guess the winter of 2014. Finished up in the spring, but yeah, it aired in the winter of 2014, and so it's it is a decade old now.
Wow.
I actually watched it when it was still fairly new, so the first time. That's the second time I watched it personally. But I think for a lot of, I think the reason I see so many people put this on such a high pedestal is simply because it's so unambiguous about it. A lot of this stuff is like very ambiguous, or takes a really long time to the point of, feelings are admitted, and maybe a kiss if you're lucky. If you're really lucky, a kiss.
Yep.
If you're kind of lucky, you get an implication of a kiss.
Yep.
And you're just praying. There's no just all of a sudden there's a guy there.
Yeah.
That's what you're praying for. This one, they're kissing from episode 1. So for a lot of people, that makes it, better because it's unambiguous, and from the get-go, they're kissing each other.
Yeah.
So if that's your, I guess,
that's
main,
your bar.
if that's your main focus, congratulations. No wonder you like it so much. But if you like actual, story,
or
this thing doesn't have much of one.
No.
Even by slice of life standards, it's really threadbare.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
It's fluff.
Yeah, it is fluff.
It's pure fluff. Everything in here is fluff.
It's not until it suddenly isn't, and even then, it's
right.
pretty,
but there's a couple, but even then,
it's not until then. It's like I've described before. It's like from something. Remember, like episode 10 or so. That they maybe actually have a story.
Yeah. There's this swimsuit episode where they tried to add some drama to it, and it was just kind of. This feels like you just kind of pulled it out of somewhere real quick, didn't you?
So Haruka and you wind up kissing a lot, and the really funny thing is they don't, or at least Haruka seems to be kind of dumb about it, which is weird because we see Haruka is when it comes to school stuff is actually pretty smart, but apparently when it comes to emotion stuff, she's kind of dumb.
Isn't that kind of stereotypical though?
Yeah, kind of, but not
Super
for a character
book
like
smart.
her. Well, for a character like her, she doesn't really fit the archetype.
Yeah. But at least in a general sense, it's pretty common that someone's really book smart and has no idea how people work or emotions work at all.
But the thing is, she does know how they work, just not when it comes to romance.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing is, it turns out she's intensely jealous for one thing. But the whole thing is, we find out at the end, it just didn't occur to her that what they're doing is kind of romantic, and she just considered, oh yeah, use my friend.
My kissing friend. Everyone has those, right?
No, Haruka, that's not how it works. So you find out Haruka's actually just assumes that kissing is something that can be done platonically.
Yep.
Like something like that. That's of course we're going to full blown makeouts. I mean, we're talking about tongue and everything.
If it was just a peck on the cheek, sure, that can be platonic.
Even a peck on the lips can be platonic in a certain context. But what you're doing, that ain't platonic anymore.
That was full blown tongue and everything. At times.
I'm gasping for air because you've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah.
So it's so Haruka's kind of dumb.
At least in that sense, yeah.
Yu's also kind of dumb.
Yeah. They're young.
You seem to have a better idea of what was going on somewhat,
yeah.
Yeah, then you got the whole thing with Kotone and Shizuku. It turns out they're cousins.
Which
but they're in a relationship too. But there's it kind of has that whole class S thing going on, which I guess Kotone looks like she might be betrothed to someone, so
yeah,
they can't stay together forever, so they're cherishing the time they have until
yeah.
I don't know if I think Sakura Trick, the manga, which is based on, went further, so I don't know if that ever goes anywhere, but find a way to get the betrothment or engagement, annulled or whatever, because fighting your family to try to control your own life, that's always a common thing with this
That's a common one, yeah.
Yeah, Kaida and Yuzu are just kind of watching this all unfold, going, what? What is all this? What are our friends doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in...
When they're not bickering with each other.
Yeah, when they're not bickering with each other, because there's that whole thing. And, I mean, partway through, they also get to meet Yu's older sister, Mitsuki, right?
Which adds a whole layer of things.
Which adds a whole thing, because Mitsuki gets really kind of upset over when she starts suspecting that Yu and Haruka... she starts being, I guess, odd feelings about Haruka she can't explain. And then when she finds out Haruka and Yu are, kissing a lot, she gets really upset over that for some reason.
for some reason. No, you can't do
You
that.
can't do that, she says.
Girls.
You're not supposed to do that. That's wrong. And then what's the real reason? Oh, because she wants Haruka.
I want to do that for myself.
That's the real reason. So she's using her position of authority, abusing her position of authority to try to force Haruka to be, available.
Yeah.
So she can have her. And she even confesses to Haruka, and then Haruka's like, what? Haruka finally is what makes Haruka realize, oh, wait.
The feelings I have for you are
Special.
It's not just normal friendship.
Yeah. The Mitsuki's like basically figures herself out, I guess. Congratulations on that. But
Figured herself out faster than other ones did.
yeah, she figures herself out, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, she's just a lesbian disaster.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. The relationship between Haruka and Yu is pre-established. So
Yeah.
there's no like, oh, it was quick or another. No, they've known each other since kid. That's pre-established. But Mitsuki and Haruka, that was like,
Yeah,
you fell real quick.
yeah. Well, that
Which isn't
happens.
uncommon, but like,
Also, the
dang.
funny thing was Mitsuki had never met Haruka until this point.
yep.
Just because of sheer coincidence.
Heard about her though, because apparently your sister never shuts up about her.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Haruka that I've heard of so much about.
And that's the thing. Mitsuki's also on the student council president. She's a third year, so she's older than by 2 years and all that stuff. Because they're first, Haruka and Yu are both first years, and et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera.
There's also other student council members like Rina Sakai, who there's vague implication that Rina might have actually had a thing for Mitsuki this whole time.
Yeah, there was that whole thing, but it was kind of kept on the DL.
Yeah, it's
at
kind
least
of
in the anime.
vaguely implications that, Rina has feelings for Mitsuki and is kind of frustrated by her not noticing.
Well, hey, maybe you can be the rebound.
Yeah, don't do that. And then Asumi Otokawa, who's apparently named the name successor to Mitsuki, and
She only shows up at the very end.
she
And,
shows at the very end. She's also just kind of got a weird speech tick, and there you go,
yeah.
verbal tick, because she just kind of talks like an old man for some reason.
It's like she's trying to force the accent though, because for some
Yeah,
reason,
the whole
because she
thing-
drops it every now and then. They comment on it.
It's like it makes it clear that she's trying to make herself sound more formal,
Yeah,
and just makes her sound weird.
yeah.
Because it's like, why does a high school girl sound like this? And the answer is because she's weird.
Because she's weird.
But yeah, it's just beyond that. Like, I'm trying to think of what really to talk about. I mean, there's one thing which is prevalent, which unfortunately is a lot of fan service stuff.
Yep, fan service
Like,
all over the place.
Look, just
It's
random close-up shots of butts and chests and whatnot.
Yep.
Constantly, just
look
randomly.
at the cleavage.
They'll
Yes,
they'll
thank you.
They'll have a far-out shot where you see all four of them, then randomly just boobs,
Yep, just right
fully
there.
the screen, and then
Just-
back to normal.
We're just gonna focus right here now.
Just focus on this for a couple of then back to normal.
Yeah.
What was that from? Just for randomly, of course, like you said before, the swimsuit thing, which, like, of course,
Yep. You have to have it.
swimsuits.
Every anime has a swimsuit episode or like a beach episode or something. This one was a swimsuit at a pool.
Private pool, yeah.
They went to a pool and there was a swimsuit episode, and it was that's fan servicey, but that's also the episode where they really brought the whole cousin relationship thing to a head,
Yeah.
and they brought up all the drama there for that.
Yeah, because the other thing is, like, Kotone is, like, kind of a playful person. Shizuku's very kind of reserved and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very surprised when those occasional outbursts of emotion from her, like surprising, because she doesn't usually act like that.
Yep.
Kaide and Yuzu are just kind of goof on each other.
And apparently a bunch
was
of them
it
can't
Kai-
swim.
Was it Kaide who was the prankster?
I
think it was her.
can't remember.
Yeah, it was her. She was the one who liked to play pranks.
Yeah. Like
Usually-
the fake rat and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Fake snakes and rats and spiders, and because it's funny, she thinks.
Yep.
Well, you're a 12-year-old boy? Beyond that, it's kind of impressive just how little there is and how they're able to stretch it out for 12 episodes.
12 episodes.
12 episodes are almost nothing except
Yeah.
kissing. And just, I guess, a lot of it is, look, we found a little private area. We can go ahead and kiss now.
Yeah.
Or of course, the infamous lesbians can defy physics scene. Because, yeah, they jump from balcony to balcony. You look at that, that's literally impossible.
Oh yeah, that
doesn't work.
balcony jump. Oh yeah, that one and the
That's
flip.
that's
and
not how physics work. That's not how physics work.
But
lesbians can defy
Yeah.
physics.
lesbians can defy physics and trans people can double jump. Well, didn't you know that? There's a whole series of things that that anyone anyone in LGBT can do.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like I'm actually struggling to say much else beyond it. It's nice, I guess, but like there's nothing to latch onto really, other than
there's a term.
That's the big thing. It's unambiguous about the gayness, and that's its biggest, the strongest point about it.
There's a term I know I mentioned while we were watching it, but I'm not entirely certain if it's accurate. So I'm afraid to use it like officially, but male gaze Yuri.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fits or not because I'm not entirely certain of the definition, but this kind of feels like that because it feels just like we just want to watch girls kissing and we don't care about anything else. But I'm not entirely certain, but that's kind of the way I'm leading to that one. It's like it's more about the fan service and look at girls kissing more than, what it actually, the story and the emotion of the characters together and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an excuse to look at girls kissing. That's it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, sure, but I feel like there needs to be something else here.
Yeah, and it's really like again, the last few episodes kind of have a bit of the drama with, the older sister forcibly separating Haruka and Yu, and pretty clear that it's she's largely motivated by Mitsuki just motivated by wanting Haruka for herself.
Mm-hmm. Although it took her a little bit to figure that one out. But...
Yeah, it took her a while to figure that out, and then she confesses, and then she realizes Haruka is just pretty much enamored with Yu, and there she had zero chance ever.
Yep. Fortunately, she gave it up when she figured it out, but yeah.
But it's just interesting too because I'm looking the artist, the creator of the manga is female, so
yeah, so
male gaze is probably wrong then.
Male gaze is probably wrong.
I'm just looking a lot of what they did is
how much of the difference is there between the manga and the anime?
I don't know. I don't think there's actually that much of a difference because I remember there's actually a really infamous mahjong and a manga called Asaki, which
I think I remember bits of
the
that
woman
one.
Who draws it she really likes big boobs and she's not afraid of it.
Yeah, sometimes like this is just because again I feel like this anime is just an excuse to look at girls kissing, but you know what?
Fair enough.
There's nothing wrong with girls being into that too.
Yeah. But I'm looking at what they've worked on. They've actually worked on a lot of anthologies, including like a K-On! Anthology comic, because the anthology, being a different guest artists, all like do their own chapter. Worked on K-On! Anthology, worked on Bloom into You anthology, Licorice Recall anthology, a Kazuna Eye anthology.
Nice.
A Kekaguri anthology.
Yeah. And that's why I said I wasn't really certain I wanted to use that term. Because I wasn't entirely certain of it.
Yeah, but they've also worked on a lot of Sakura Trick and a couple other Yuri stories.
Yeah,
not surprising. But yeah, I'm just also looking at the people who made the studio did this Studio Dean.
Oh boy, they have a list of things.
Yeah, they have a lot of things they have done. I'm looking at they worked for example they worked on the recent Sailor Moon Cosmos movie.
They've done Initial D stuff.
Yeah. Also, Sasaki to Miyano. Remember Sasaki and
Miyano? Yes, that was another one that they did.
Wow.
They've actually
Log Horizon.
They did. I was looking through this and I was a little bit surprised. They did music videos for some pretty big Miku stuff.
Oh, of course you.
Back in 2011, I was like, oh hey, I know that one.
Oh, they've done Konosuba season 2. Oh yeah, they did some Konosuba as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Sakamoto, I know about that one. Don't you know who I am?
Natalia.
Sakamoto anime, yeah. They've done a lot of things for the last decade and plus.
Yeah, they have quite. They've done some Junji Ito stuff as well.
Man, how far back do they go? Wow.
Oh, they've been around for a while. We're talking like 90s.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Holy crap! Wow, there's the Initial D.
I don't know if they did Initial D, but they've done parts of it, like bits.
Yeah. Oh, You're Under Arrest. They did that. I did not know they did You're Under Arrest. That's interesting. Oh, Ranma.
Yep, Ranma 1/2, 1/2, whatever that is. That's another big name.
Oh, Pat Labor.
Pat Labor is a big one.
Oh, Urusei Yatsura.
Yep. So they've got some big name anime under their belt.
They're going far back as 1981.
Yep.
Wow, they've been around for a while. Voices, let's see. Haruka is voiced by Haruka. Tomatsu. Character in Hibike Euphonium this season. Oh, M4A1 and Girls Frontline. Oh, I know that one. That's Wasteful Days of High School Girls or whatever it's called. I've watched it. Oh, of course, Pip and me at one point. Oh, Persona 5. She voiced a character in Persona 5, Haru. Oh, 02. Ew. Ew. Not her fault. She's just doing her job.
Yeah.
Still ew. Oh, To Love Ru.
Oh, that's a big name.
Yep.
Haven't watched it, but I know about it.
Yep, exactly. I haven't watched it, but I know about it. Yeah, so a couple of big things I've seen. I think, yeah, but a lot of this I haven't read or watched or whatever. But I know about it. I'm seeing that mostly. Yeah, she did oh man, her career goes back pretty far too. Yeah, dang, all the way back to 2007.
For Haruka?
No, not Haruka.
Or you?
Yeah,
yeah. But you're looking at the Haruka.
Yeah, the Yu's voiced by Yuka Iguchi.
Has some big names in here too.
Yeah, oh, yep. Oh, that one.
Some
I know that.
Precure. The main character from Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Oh,
Remember that? Also in Girls and Panzer. Also Index.
Yeah.
Aramanga Sensei. Oh, Hinata from
Kimono.
Place Further Than Universe.
Oh, Kimono Friends.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of things.
Lots of things in here.
Kotone Yuka Isaka. Oh, that one.
Is that the magic interest in Magical Girl?
Yeah, Magical Girls Prairie one. Of course.
Hey, Princess Connect.
And not a whole lot for her. In fact, that was one of her earliest roles was Kotone. Shizuku's Hiromi Igarashi. Cinderella Girls. Azure Lane. Oh, Kimono Friends. Senran Kagura. Oh, God, Senran Kagura. Kagura. Oh, Netsuzo Trap. Remember that one? The NTR one?
Oh, yeah, that one. I remember that one.
Yep, that one. She's in there. Rail Wars. Yeah.
Oh. She
Oh.
played a side character in Oreimo.
Yeah, Kaede Ikano's Mai Fujigami. Oh, Blue Archive the Animation.
Yeah.
Girls on Panzer. Oh, Buddy Daddies. I remember that. That was a weird, like,
Yeah.
what was Spy Family? It was two men instead of a man and a woman.
I remember that one.
Gundam Build Drivers. Cinderella Girls. Oh, Persona 5. Oh, Gabriel Dropout.
Yeah, Gabriel Dropout.
Yuzu Megumi Toda.
This was one of their first roles.
Yeah, Megumi Toda.
But they also played Hajime in New Game.
Asobi Sobase. Oh, okay, I know that one.
And there's also an Idolmaster.
Yeah. Mitsuki was voiced by Saki Fujita, who is Miku.
And many, many other things.
Yes, many other things. More importantly, Ayano.
What?
More importantly, Ayano.
Yeah.
And
We've gone over her credentials a few times.
Yeah. Sumi Otokawa. Sumi was voiced by Momo Asakura, who, let's see, Zom 100 of my character there. Kaguya-sama, Buddy Daddies. Iraha in Madoka Magica. The second pink-haired girl.
Yep.
Monster Musume. Oh, she's the Cyclops girl in Monster Musume.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And then also Rina was voiced by Yurika Endo.
Does not have a lot.
Yeah, Bang Dream though.
But Bang Dream. As in Bang Dream.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't do a whole lot of voice acting, it looks like. Yeah, she's also getting stopped back in 2018. So yeah, that's the kind of the cast there, I guess. That was also us desperately trying to extend this episode out.
Because there's not much to talk about.
Yeah, so
if you like watching girls kissing,
yeah, if you like Yuri, you're gonna like this.
Yeah, if you don't mind watching girls kissing, you don't mind a lot of fan service.
Don't really, if you haven't watched it yet, don't really expect anything particularly deep or meaningful. It's just girls kissing.
It's just girls kissing. That's it.
At this point now, at the time in 2014, yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot at the time. Or outside of Class S Yuri and whatnot, or that stuff was very vague. Now we're getting stuff that's more blatant. It kind of doesn't really stand out anymore.
No.
I mean, I would say
With lack of anything else.
If you're going to call what's one of the best Yuri anime, I would actually go ahead and say Bloom and Chiyu is actually one of the best.
Bloom and Chiyu is great.
Although the thing with that one, a lot of his strength comes from the part that's not animated yet.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's now more blatant Yuri anime out there, so like it's nothing particularly special anymore in that sense. And I think people who still think it's one of the best are people who are just kind of holding on to something they remember watching a decade ago.
Nostalgia goggles are
and
strong.
don't remember. It's like, have you actually watched it in a while? Because it's really not that amazing. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's just, it is fluff. It's nice fluff, but it's fluff.
Yeah, there were a couple moments that I guess are kind of heartwarming.
Yeah,
but it's
that's kind of how fluff does.
Yeah, but I mean, a little more than the average for the rest of the show, where it got a little bit deeper.
No, I don't know,
but not very often. Yeah. It was mostly just surface fluff.
No, I don't know the manga it's based on. I don't know how deep that goes, but I think it goes further than the anime ever does. I think it's a lot much
bar to reach.
Like I'm looking at, as like relations from the Sakura Trick manga. Side story, spin-off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Sakura, the anthology, Sakura Trick anthology comic, spin-off, Sakura Trick mint flavored kiss. Oh look, there's Mitsuki and Rina.
Is there one with the two
side stories? Happy Days. Sunday, Monday.
Oh, Happy Day.
Oh yeah, this is definitely
Is there one with...
it looks like it's a later reunion type of thing, that one. Nice. And then Maple Season. That's Kaede and yep, Yuzu, it's those two.
Awesome. I was just about to say, is there one with those two?
I need to know. The ones that are my type. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna try to stretch it out any further than this.
Nah, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else. It's nice, but it's not nice. But there's far better out there now.
There is.
In 2014, yeah, I can see why people would say it's. But if you're still saying it's one of the best, maybe go back and rewatch it.
Try actually watching.
Watch it again and realize that there's outside of girls kissing, there's really not much, and in fact, it's kind of annoying. It gets a bit pervy at times for no good reason.
Yeah, with some of the camera shots.
I think that's what frustrates most is actually the perviness. It's just so utterly random.
Yeah,
that's what I think really frustrates me. It's just wide angle shot, up close shot of boobs, back to wide angle shot,
or those times it's like, oh, animation budget just went up.
Oh yeah, they noticed almost every single time they started kissing, the animation budget shot through the roof.
Suddenly the frame rate gets higher, the shading gets way better. Everything's like, I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, and also, everything else is beyond that. It's just like the OP and ED are fine, I guess. Everything is just it's fine, I guess.
It's fine.
There you go. But it's kind of a big deal in Yuri circles, so there you go. And it's not like it's actively bad. So there's that.
It's not bad, and it is, I guess, important in a way. Not as much as other things, but
yeah. So I avoided for such a long time because it's like I'm kind of when I watched it, I was like, wait, that's it? This is what's so special? This is not that special.
It's not.
Even back then when I watched it like 2015, 2016. I was like, that's not that special. Even then, I would actually argue there's like. Maybe one of the more obvious ones, but it wasn't the only one or the best one.
Nope.
Because there were other ones that, like, there's one that was, like, very kind of have to really tear it apart in your brain before you go, I get it now.
I understand. And who knows, maybe it was harder to tear apart in the brain you had back in 2014.
I don't know, but the title kind of gave it away. It was one of those, the title gives it away, and yet it is really kind of dense and confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap things up here. If you did like what you heard, you can check out other episodes at newtoweeboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. Subscribe to the RSS feed there, and also you can check out the show on other services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts, or search for New to Weeaboo on all those services, and subscribe and all that stuff. If you want to contact us, you can do so via email, newtoweeboo@gmail.com. So, you can ask us questions or make comments or give us recommendations for anime we should watch or what have you. And, of course, you can also follow us on our various social media. It's all listed at newtoweeboo.libsyn.com/contact. It's all listed right there. And, of course, you can follow our personal stuff. You can find it pretty easily through the Weeaboo accounts. Because I'm pretty sure most of them have our accounts linked to it in the bio. Unless they don't allow linking, but whatever. It's not too difficult. So again, that's it for this episode. Join us next time. It'll still be Pride Month, and we'll be talking about Wandering Sun.
Wandering Sun.
Mm-hmm. Hope to see you guys there, and hope by that point I believe summer will actually started. No, not quite. Wait, no, yeah,
Summer
will
starts
start.
on the 21st.
Yeah, summer will start by the time you listen
Yeah.
to that one. So yeah, summer will started. So we'll see you then when summer weather's encroaching, because that's starting to encroach here now. finally.
We've already had a few pretty hot days.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Bunch of rain, hot.
Yep.
Ah, there it is.
Spring finally gave up.
Well, it might still fight a little bit more.
Yeah, so we'll see you then.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.